everyone. Good afternoon. It's so good to see all of you here. I'm Roseanne Masick. I'm the library director, and I am just thrilled to see all of you here today. This is part of our Warm Wishes project. You might have noticed all these banners in this room and all over the library. This was our way of bringing the community together and in a positive way and expressing warm wishes with each other. So there are extra banners in the lobby. If you have not had a chance yet to write a warm wish, we hope that you will do that after the program today. Before we get started, I have some special guests that I would like to introduce to all of you. We have a couple of our Library Board of Trustees members here. We have Elena Lopez and our new member, Nicole Vogt. So please welcome them. Thank you for your support. And we also have 3 members of our Friends of the Library. They are sponsoring this program today, and they do provide funding for a lot of the programs that we do at the library, and we really appreciate that. So we have Bill Lowe's, and we have Jan and Russ Jones right here. So thank you so much. And we have our brand new City Council member, Lisa Matichek, right here in the front. And our special guest is Mayor Ken Rosenberg, and I'm going to invite him up here, and he's going to say a few words.
So this isn't a mic to promote sound. This is so the camera can hear us. I dressed up. Thank you very much. You know, I just ran into my doctor who was outside with her son, and I was reminded of the life phases the library catches. I've been here many, many times with my children when they were that age, making the noise in the corner. And I was feeling a little nostalgic. I think the banners all over, I was reading many of them, and they're quite wonderful. I want to thank everybody for coming and welcome to the library. This is a special place, made more special today by the reason we're congregating. We're congregating today because about 6 weeks ago they started a program, kind of new, never been done before, called Warm Wishes, and people, no matter your age, got to write on one of these banners and pretty much write what you want. And if you take the time and read 100 of them, there's 2,000, read a couple of them, and they're nice. One of my favorite was be who you are. Just be who you are. Yeah. So last month, the City Council voted to make Mountain View a human rights city. And without getting into a long explanation, it's a powerful statement of who we are as a community. The council will be making decisions looking through, we traditionally make policy decisions based off of finances and environmental impacts, but now we're going to look at things through a human rights perspective as well. But that's our job. Your job as a community is to embrace human rights. I want to speak to everybody on a personal note for a second, because human rights is something that we have to embrace, but it's also something we need to learn. You don't grow up knowing how to drive a car. You really don't grow up knowing what human rights are. And so it's incumbent upon all of us to learn what that is. And I'm looking at teachers and so forth to teach our kids and people of authority to spread the word. I'd also like to invite everybody to a special community building forum at the Mountain View Center for Performing Arts called Affirming Mountain View's Values and Building Communities in Times of Uncertainty. This is kind of a post-election, what are we going to do? And it's an important event. We've had the Civility Roundtable discussions. It's kind of in the vein of the Civility Roundtables, but it's quite different. And it's going to happen on Saturday, February 11th at 10 a.m. to noon in the Center for Performing Arts in the second stage. It's kind of that theater in the round. And it's free. And I'm inviting everybody to come. And lastly, just let me say again, thank you for coming to this event. It's quite emotional to see how much Mountain View citizens embrace the diversity of ethnicities, as well as socioeconomic diversity. This is a commitment to our community, so thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce the World Harmony Chorus. We are thrilled to have them with us today. Their director is Daniel Steinberg, so I will turn it over to them. And thank you again for coming.
I'm Daniel Steinberg, director of this chorus, and we're the World Harmony Chorus. I'm so glad so many of you are here today and delighted and thankful for the library for inviting us to share in this occasion. The chorus, that, as I envisioned it, serves two purposes. One is it's a community chorus, which means anybody can sing with us. That includes all of you, and in fact, today you're going to sing with us. I hope you knew you were getting into this. But this means that we've had people singing with us who are singers, people who are not singers, people who all their lives thought they couldn't sing. We embrace everybody to come and join us and learn this material. And people really grow with this. Some people joined the course a few months ago. Some people joined 18 years ago. So we've been going some time. The other purpose in the chorus has to do with the repertoire I pick and the way we try to present it. And I mean, in these particularly uncertain times, I think whatever your political persuasion, we can all agree there's a lot of divisiveness and a lot of uncertainty about what's going on. And I think in my own way and in our local community way, the best way to combat this is to try to foster some understanding of the other. You know, xenophobia in all its forms is a very powerful feeling, and we want to know the other and not simply regard them as others. So what we do is we try to bring music from around the world and try to understand a little bit of another culture simply through the arts and the music that they generate. So this song was a song from Brittany, which is northwest France. And it's an old traditional song about three sailors. And three sailors went a voyaging, and they sailed to Newfoundland, where they docked by a windmill. And they went into the mill where they were, and there was a serving woman. And they said, the serving woman says to them, "You look familiar, do I know you?" And one of them says, "Why, yes, we met in Nantes. We were engaged to be married." And then the song says, "Well, this is the end of my song, but if anybody knows more, you can continue the song." So there isn't a deep meaning to this particular song. But still, it connects you. And the singing style where it's call and response, but the call and response overlap with a couple of words is a very traditional singing style and dance style of Brittany, which I find really kind of interesting and exciting to hear. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to sing a song that we've been working on that you're all going to join us on. And it's a song, it's a South African song, and I say in quotes because it was a commissioned piece that was composed by a group that performs South African music, but they're actually an English group called Black Voices. And the song has two words in it, Ngoma Sokolo. Let me see, here, say that. Ngoma Sokolo. Ngoma. Not ingoma, but ngoma. Sokolo. And the words, as I understand it, mean have great trust. So I have great trust in you being able to sing this with us. So there's a bunch of different parts, and I'm just going to review one part at a time and find a part that's something that you want to sing along with. And you'll hear several of them. So, ngoma. So the low part. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Sokolo, ngoma, sokolo. That's the whole thing, try it. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Sokolo, ngoma, sokolo. One more time. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. I want to see your lips moving. Ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Sokolo, ngoma, sokolo. Okay, so that's the low part. And you can sing that in any range that you like. But let me give you a few more options. The next part is an alto part. Ngoma, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, sokolo. And then the soprano part's the same thing, but just a little bit higher. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, sokolo. With you. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Now we're going to have alto and soprano. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo, ngoma. Good.
Resistance is futile, by the way. If you don't sing, this lasts longer. Okay?
Thank you, Karina. Shh. There's one other part. Well, there's two other parts, but I'm only going to show you one. And that's the tenor part. And that's for guys with higher voices or women with lower voices. And it goes, ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Try that. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. 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 Okay, so of those four parts, I'm sure one of them appeals to you enough that you can sing it with us. So when your part starts that you want to sing along with them. And sing loud, because these guys are here to support you singing, right? Okay? Hold this back. Ngoma. So pitch. Ngoma. 1, 2, 3. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. So sokolo, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. Ngoma, ngoma, sokolo. So sokolo, ngoma, sokolo. How'd you do? Feel good? All right. So here's the thing about the chorus. When we get together and we practice, this is kind of exactly what you do. We throw everybody into the deep end, say, here's your part, start singing, and then you start singing. And maybe you don't get it all right, it's kind of successive approximations, but in a short time, You get it at least this good, right? And all of you are capable.
To be fair,
of
not
this.
quite that short.
All of you are capable of doing this. So I want to welcome you to come and join us when we start up in February. We have a performance tomorrow night at the Mountain View Center for Performing Arts. No. Mountain View, the Community School of Music and Arts, CSMA. Tomorrow night we'll be singing the songs you're hearing today. And then next week we start our spring session. And we keep singing these songs, but we have new ones that we'll be adding on. So you're welcome to come join us. There's flyers, orange flyers on both tables that have more information. But in the meantime, we're going to sing you one more song, and then we're going to teach a song to you that even these guys don't completely know. Okay? So what are we going to sing? We're going to sing...
One we know.
Let's sing Malena. Okay. So this is a tango from Argentina. And this is a very, very famous tango. It was written, it was music that was composed to set a poem to music. And the poem was written for this guy saw this woman singing the tango, and he wrote this poem to her, an ode to her. And it was set to music. And when the rumor is, the story is, that when she found out that this poem was written and this song was written for her, she stopped singing and never sang again. I don't know if that story's true, but that's the story. But the poetry of this song is really beautiful, and I'm going to actually get the lyrics to make sure that I don't miss any of it, because I want to just give you a sense of what this song is about. Malena sings the tango like no one else. And in each verse, she pours out her soul, her heart. Her voice perfumes the weed that grows in the cracks of the concrete in the slums. Her voice has the sorrow of the bandoneon. Now, the bandoneon is the accordion that came over from Germany to Argentina. It's a big square box, and it's a big, complicated button accordion that they learned how to play and developed all these techniques from. And the bandoneon is like the heartbeat of the tango. So the bandoneon figures a lot in this song, because the bandoneon is the soul of the tango. And it's saying that her voice has all the sorrow of that accordion. Perhaps back in her childhood, her lark's voice acquired the dark intonation, the dark sound of the back alleys. Or maybe that's only the romance that she names when she becomes sad after drinking too much. She sings the tango, Malena sings the tango with the voice of a shadow. She has the heartbreak of the bandoneon. And then it talks directly to her. It says, your song has the chill of a final meeting of two lovers. Your song turns bitter with remembered misfortune. I don't know if your voice is the bloom of grief. All I know is through the murmurs of your tango, Malena, I feel you, or I know you better than I know myself. Or some interpretations, I feel you're better than me. It's a little hard to tell with some of this poetry. Your eyes are as dark as forgetfulness, your lips sealed tight with rancor, your hands two frozen doves, your veins have the blood of the bandoneon. Your tangos are lost children, lost creatures that walk through the mud of the back alleys when all the doors are locked and the ghosts of the song are howling. Malena sings the tango with a broken voice. She has the torment of the bandoneon. Now, that's powerful poetry. But it's a really powerful, beautiful song. So we're going to sing this song for you, Malena. Now, if it was the torment of the bagpipes, I might understand.
Quando se pone triste
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the chorus members to slide off to the sides, possibly down here a little bit, so that you can see some lyrics that I'm going to post, and we're all going to learn a song together. Just give me 1 second to choose that song. No kidding. All right. How many of you saw the movie The Sapphires? Not very many people. So write this down in your Palm Pilot or whatever your smartphone. Sorry, my son my age. This is my Palm Pilot. Remember this, The Sapphires. Now, The Sapphires is a movie that was made from a play, and the play was written by a young man who was the son of one of the characters, the real-life characters in the story. Though the play itself and the movie itself is a fictionalized story of what happened here, but it's still based on an actual story about Aboriginal women in Australia who loved to sing, and they were singing country music, and then they saw that they had an opportunity. I'm going to go this way. All the way down. Go away. Yeah. Can you get a little higher? A little higher. Yeah. Yeah. Can we put the flag behind it? Well, it won't stick. No. Just stick it and then stick the flag behind it. Oh, okay. So they decided they wanted to tour in Vietnam in the 60s. They wanted to tour and sing for the troops in Vietnam. There was an opportunity to make some money and to have an adventure. And this guy met them and promoted them and said, "Look, you can't sing this country music. You have to sing soul." So he got them singing American soul music, and they toured in Vietnam. And it's a fabulous story. It's a fabulous movie, but it's a fabulous story. And they went back and they became leaders in the Aboriginal community, and they kept singing. Many of them kept singing. Now, the girls that they got to portray these were young women, one of whom has developed kind of a career of singing down there since then, Jessica Mauboy. And one of the things that happens early in the movie is you hear them singing one of their own songs, an Aboriginal song in their language, Yorta Yorta. And that song is called Bura Fera, or Nara Bura Fera. And the interesting thing about this song is that it's not an Australian Aboriginal song. What happened was in the 1800s, everybody heard of Fisk University? No. Fisk University was one of the first all-black universities in the 1800s. And they had a very, very famous choir, the Fisk University Choir, that sang all over the country and toured around the world. And in about 1860s, they toured in Australia, and they sang in all the cities, but they also went out to the Aboriginal communities and sang. And the Aboriginals treated them with some suspicion. They didn't know what to make of this. There aren't a lot of black people in Australia to begin with. But they went out, and as soon as they started singing, the Aboriginals just fell in love with them. And they learned this song, and they translated this song. It's a song that's basically saying Pharaoh's army got drowned. It's, you know, the kind of, oh Mary, don't you weep, don't you moan kind of song. So they translated it into this old language, and they preserved it, and they kept singing it for 150 years. The song that they were singing at Fisk University got lost. I don't know anybody who knows anything about that song that they took over there. But now that song exists because the Aboriginals preserved it. It was very interesting, I find. And it's a beautiful little song, very easy, and you're going to learn to sing it with us. And the words, most of the words are this line repeated over and over again. Nara, Wura, Thera, Yumina, Yala. Thera is Pharaoh. Yala is hallelujah. Okay? So Nara, Wura, Thera, Yumina, Yala. And Wura is boss, so it's talking about boss Pharaoh. Okay? Nara, Wura, Thera, Yumina, Yala. 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 Okay, there's only a few more words. And I'll teach them to you, and then I'll give you the music too. But I may as well go through it once, because it's pretty easy. Wumraka. Moses. Who you think it is. Yin Wala. Wala Yepuna Yepuj. Wala Yepuna Yepuj. Nara Bura Fera Yumina Yala. It's the first verse. The second verse is Yenduk Beku Jesu. I'm not sure where Jesu got into this whole story, but you know, whatever. Braul, Bukana, Yumina. Braul, Bukana, Yumina. Braul, Bukana, Yumina. Nara Pura Fera Yumina Yala. Full verse. Yenduk Beku Jet with me. Yenduk Beku Jesu. Bravo Bukana Yumina. Nara Pura Fera Yumina Yala. Okay. Let's do the chorus first. Oh no, let's do the first verse. Wumraka Moses Yin Wala Yepuna Yepuj Nara Pura Fera Yumanaya. Let's try that. Wumraka Moses Yin Wala Yepuna Yepuj Nara Pura Fera Yumanaya. I know you've heard it before. Some collective subconscious. That's the song. Let's sing the second verse. Yendu Beku Jesu Raulu Gana Yumana Nara Pura Fera Yumana Yala Nara Pura Fera Yumana Yala Yala Nara Pura Fera Yumana Yala Yala Nara Pura Fera Yumana Pura Fera Yumana Pura Fera Yumana Yala Yala. I
you.
I'm taking names. I know who you are. You know who you are. It's easy to sing along, and it will feel really good. Better than you expect. So, I'm not going to worry about harmonies on the verses. There's a little bit, maybe some chorus members remember it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to teach you the harmonies on the chorus. So you just learn the melody. A middle part goes. Okay, so the first, the melody, one harmony is above. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya la. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya la. Narabura, listen. Narabura fera yumina. Bura fera yumina. Bura fera yuminaya la ya la. Narabura fera. Show you how those two parts fit together. The melody. Na 1, 2, 3. And there's a lower part. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya la. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya la. Narabura fera yumina. Bura fera yumina. Bura fera yuminaya la ya. Try that. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya. Narabura fera yumina. Bura fera yumina. Bura fera yuminaya la ya. Let's sing that part and the melody. Narabu, narabu, 1, 2, 3. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya. Narabura fera yumina. Bura fera yumina. Bura fera yumina. Let's do that again with the high part also. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya. Narabura fera yuminaya la ya. Narabura fera yumina. Bura fera yumina. Bura fera yuminaya la ya. Melody. Wamraka Moses yin yin wala. Wala yakuri yakush. We're gonna sing another song for you. We're gonna sing a song from Bulgaria. This is a song that said the title of the song is Kaval Sviri. The flute sings, the flute plays. And it's a traditional folk song from Bulgaria that was arranged. There was in the 40s, 50s, 60s, several Bulgarian composers and arrangers collected traditional music from around the country, and they arranged this music for like government and government-sponsored and central Bulgarian city choruses. And they made these kind of beautiful arrangements that were then popularized. They were recorded and popularized by recordings like Mystère des Voix Bulgares, if some of you heard of that. There were several very notable composers and arrangers who were involved in this. And this one was arranged by one of them, Petar Leondev. And the song says, the Kaval is singing, Mother, I want to go hear it. It's so beautiful. If it's a boy playing, it's a boy from our village, then I'll love him day to night. But if it's a boy from somewhere else, I'll love him all my life. Kaval Sviri. And you'll notice, especially if these guys are in shape after all the singing, that it's sung with a very hard voice. Not Kaval, but Kaval, right? It's typical of the kind of folk singing that they do in Bulgaria. Wow, that was lucky. Ready? All right, that's enough rest for you guys. let's have these guys slide away, and I'll be teaching you another song. I'm going to teach you a song from Haiti. Anyone know where Haiti is?
There.
I was referring more to the kids than the adults. But it's good to know. This song is a really interesting song. It was composed, oh God, what year was it composed? I forget when it was composed. It was composed to celebrate kind of the independence of Haiti when the Americans left their occupation of Haiti. And it became a very popular song. Okay. Good enough? It's a little crooked, but whatever. So it started as a sort of an anthem of freedom and then just became a popular song. And I learned it because two different groups performed this. One was a group that was a group of Cubans who were of Haiti origin, and they formed a group called the Creole Choir of Cuba. It was later, or at one point in their career, they were Grupo Vocal Descendant, and then became the Haitian Creole Choir. But they sang Haiti songs even though they were Cuban. And this is on a recording of theirs that's a fabulous recording. And we're going to sing their arrangement of this. There was another arrangement done by a Swedish composer and arranger who loved Haitian music and learned a lot of it. And he arranged a bunch of music for a Haitian choir that he had in Sweden. And in the original arrangement that we did as a chorus last year? Yeah. We incorporated his arrangement as well, but it gets way too complicated to do all of that. So we're just going to do the Haitian Creole Choir version of this. And the song is Gede Nibo. Gede Nibo. Gede Nibo. Gede Nibo. It's a song that celebrates the Orisha Gede Nibo. Orisha is sort of the version of a god or a spirit, and Gede Nibo was the spirit of the dead. He had many different faces, but he would come to people and give them advice, but he would also be a trickster. And it says, come and dance, come and sing, come and dance the banda, which is a kind of dance, Gede Nibo. So that's really all it says. So I'm going to sing, let's see, we're going to start with the melody. Vin danser, oui, vini chanter, ouais, vin danser, oui, banda, Gede Nibo. Try that. Vin danser, oui, vini chanter, ouais, vin danser, oui, banda, Gede Nibo. Okay, so I want to shape this a little bit. Okay. Vin danser, oui, vini chanter, ouais, vin danser, oui, banda, Gede Nibo. Vin danser, oui, vini chanter, ouais, vin danser, oui, banda, Gede Nibo. Right? You can do that, right? I'm going to teach you a couple other parts. Vin danser, oui, vini chanter, ouais, vin danser, oui, banda, Gede Nibo. Vin danser, oui, vini chanter, ouais, vin danser, oui, banda, Gede Nibo. Again. Vin danser, oui, vini chanter, ouais, vin banda gedenibo. Vin danse we, vini chante moi. Vin danse we, banda gedenibo. Again. Vin danse we, vini chante moi. Vin danse we, banda gedenibo. Let's try those parts together. Vin danse we is the melody. Vin danse we is the high part. Vin danse we. Vin, vin, vin. Vin danse we. 1, 2, 3, and vin danse we. Vin chante moi. Vin danse we. Banda gedenibo. Again. Vin danse we. Vin chante moi. Vin danse we. Banda gedenibo. Questions? It's not that hard, right? I'm going to remind the basses of their part, and if any of you want to sing along with the bass part, you can do so. So the basses come in a little bit after. The bass, everyone goes, min, don't say, and the basses go, bin, bin, don't say, vi, chante, war, min, don't say, get any, wo, min, don't say, bin, don't say, vi, chante, war, bin, don't say, get any, wo. Let's try it with them. You'll hear how that locks in together. I'm not expecting you to know that. But you guys sing the other parts. Min don't say we, min don't say we, min don't say we. 1, 2, 3. Min don't say we, say we chante boy. Min don't say we, man don't get any more. Again. Min don't say we, say we chante boy. Okay, that's half the song. Now the trick of the song is we sing it a lot slower than that once, and we'll sing the second half. And then we come back and we sing it a lot faster than that. Okay? And when we sing it faster, it goes, min don't say we, vini chante voi, min don't say we, banda get any bo. The we, the first we is short, and everything else is just as you learned it. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. Ding don't say we, don't say we chante boy. Ding don't say we, banda get any bo. Ding don't say we, don't say we chante boy. Ding don't say we, banda get any bo. Perfect. To a measure of perfection, which is perfectly acceptable to me. Any questions? This is good. This is. In an alternate universe, we have facts that tell us this is the best it could possibly be. And I'm so glad to see 1.5 million of you showed up. All right. So let's sing the second half. Melody. Un si vini dansa, un si vini chanta. Un si vi maule banda che venivo, un si vini danza, un si vini chanta, un si vi maule banda che venivo. Again. Un si vini danza, un si vini chanta, un si vi maule banda che venivo. More time. Un si vini danza. Un si vini chanta, un si vi maule banda che venivo. Right? Again, this is slow, much slower than that, and fast. And when it's fast, it's un si vini danza, un si vini chanta, un si vi maule banda che venivo. Un si vini danza, un si vini chanta. Un si vi maule banda che venivo, un si vi danza, un si vi chanta, un si vi maule banda che venivo, un si vi danza, un si vi chanta, un si vi maule banda che venivo. Okay, now, Faces, you remember your part.
Working on it.
Okay, now, let me see, what other part of what I give you here? So the one below it. So let's try that part. Okay, so the last line is you just do get any bo. Okay, let's try that part and the melody. Right? If I got those right notes. Make sure I'm on the right page before I mess you up. That's the low part. Is the high part. Ready? And now, when you do it fast, it's that same thing. Okay? Good so far? All right, one more part, which is the tenor part, which makes the second half really come alive. And it goes, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow. Me, my, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow. Me, my, get any bow, get any bow. Right? So it's, you're just singing this over and over again, and then you do this line, and then get any bow. So 1, 2, 3, and get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow. Be my hule, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow. Be my hule, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow. Be my hule, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow. Be my hule, get any bow. Now, that's kind of fun, isn't it? So we're going to try that against the melody. 1, 2, 3. Get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow, get any bow. I think it's high for tenors, yeah. All right. Basses, good luck. All right, now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remind you of the first part and how it locks into the second part. And then we're going to try the whole thing slow and then fast. Okay? I know you can do it. So the first part. Mi not say we, mi not say we, mi not say we. Right? 1, 2, 3, and. Mi not say we, mi chante voi, mi not say we, okay, those are the parts. All you do is you sit up in your chair, 2 feet on the ground, sit up straight, don't lean back, feel the air coming up. I'd like you to sing it again and really project. We don't say we don't say we don't say we. 2, 3, slow. We don't say we chante voi, we don't say we banda gerenibo. We don't say we chante voi, we don't say we banda gerenibo. Second part. Si gerenibo, 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 si mi maule, gerenibo, 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 si mi chanta, si mi maule, gerenibo. We don't say we chante. We banda gerenibo, we don't say we chante voi, we don't say we banda gerenibo, si mi chanta gerenibo, si mi chanta gerenibo, si mi maule canta gerenibo, gerenibo, si mi chanta, si mi chanta, si mi maule canta gerenibo. Si mi chantare, si mi chantare, si mi maule canta gerenibo, si mi chantare, si mi chantare, si mi maule canta gerenibo, gerenibo. I forgot to teach you that. Now. That wasn't so hard, right? You know, just finding your part. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to stand up. I'd like the chorus to come in and fill out so you're sort of right up close, facing in. Come close, chorus, here.
Circle, in the round.
Around here. We're going to do this again and sing to each other. So the melody. We don't say we. We don't say we. We don't say we. We don't say we. 3 and. We don't say we. We chante voi. We don't say we. Banda gerenibo. We don't say we. Don't say we chante voi. We say banda gerenibo. Si vi chanta gerenibo. 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 Si maule gerenibo. 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 Si vi chanta. Si vi maule gerenibo. song that is very appropriate because you're all going to sit down. This is an American spiritual called Sit Down. So what this is there's a call and a response. The call is, no, the response is sit down. The call is, look at those people dressed in white. Sit down. Listen. Sit down. Sit down. You get to do something the choral directors tell you never to do, which is to slide. Sit down. Sit down. Good. Higher part. Sit down. 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 So just pick any of those notes. Look at those people dressed in white. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in white. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in white. They look like the children of the Israelites. Sit down. Then there's a chorus part. And the chorus part starts with the highs going, oh Lord, I can't, oh Lord. No, the middle parts. No, where am I? Middle parts. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Everybody do your sit down note. Sit down. Low voices go, oh Lord, I can't sit down. And then everybody does, sit down. And then the high voices go, oh Lord, I can't sit down. Right? No, 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 no. And now everybody sings something else. And here's what you all sing. The high voices, oh Lord, I can't sit down. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Except you're up an octave. Wait a minute, let me make sure you're... I'm totally on the wrong note. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around, walk around. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Okay, when the high voices are doing that, I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. That's a middle voice. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. I'm sorry, that's a low voice. That's a tenor voice. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. I just got to higher. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. So I just. Right? I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Low voice. I just got to heaven. No, one. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Got to walk around. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Close enough. Get up. Let's do that line again. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. All right? See how you do. Look at those people dressed in white. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in white. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in white. They must be the children of the Israelites. Sit down. Middle voice. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. Low voices. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. High voices. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Look at those people dressed in red. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in red. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in red. They look like the band that Moses led. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Look at those people dressed in blue. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in blue. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in blue. It looks like they're working on a building too. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Look at those people dressed in black. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in black. Sit down. Look at those people dressed in black. Their souls are lost and they won't be back. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. Sit down. Oh Lord, I can't sit down. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. I just got to heaven and I got to walk around. Excuse me. We are not a spiritual, not a religious affiliation at all. We just do these songs because they're cool. We're going to sing one more song for you and I guess call it a day. And this song is from Brazil. Brazil is an enormous country, as you must know. And there's many regions, and the regions have different styles. In the north of Brazil, there's a musical style called forró. And it's a style that's often accompanied with accordion and with triangle. And lots of other instruments. The forró is a beautiful dance music. If you look it up, F-O-R-R-O. If you look it up and find music on YouTube or on Play Music or whatever, Spotify, find forró music. It's really fun, great music to listen to. And to sing. There's a lot of different types, styles of music in forró, and one of them is called xochi, X-O-T-I, xochi. Brazilian language is very interesting to learn how to pronounce. It doesn't look like it sounds. Xochi is actually the Brazilian version of Schottish. The Schottish was a Scottish dance, moved to France, got spread all over the place. So they do a little dance that's sort of like a Schottish to this music. And a xochi is a kind of a slower version of a forró. And this song is a xochi. The song is called Yo Só Quero Amor. It says, all I want is a sweetheart. Now, there's a very famous forró player, accordion player named Domingos. And he and his wife, at least his wife at the time, composed a lot of songs. They split up later, you know. And they composed this song. And it was recorded first by their friend Gilberto Gil, who's a very famous guitarist and singer in Brazil. And this was recorded in the 60s or 70s. And it instantly became a huge hit. And like all over Brazil, everybody knows this song. And since then, it was recorded, I don't know, 300-400 times by different bands. Everybody sings this song. And many years later, Domingos himself recorded it with a woman named Elba Ramallo. And they did an arrangement that I found so compelling and cool, with a horn section and all this stuff going on, that I arranged it for these guys to sing. And it's tricky at best, but really fun. And we've just learned it, and we're going to perform it, and we'll do the best we can. This is a community chorus, so we just do the best we can. We hope you enjoy it. Yo só quero amor. Thank you so much for coming. Stay for the reception, which is happening in here. Yes. Join us. Thank you so much. Please take an orange flyer and come and sing with us starting next week. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. Okay?
So
Thank you.
wonderful. Thank you.